Hello and welcome back to another episode with me, Miss Envy. Yeah, you guessed it, it's that time again. But here's a good question before we start. Not that today's videos are affected in any way. What is your take on the new TikTok situation? Pre and pro ban. Any thoughts? Would love to hear them in the comments below. But in the meantime, there's something far more pressing.
I noticed there's something in the reflection of the TV which I do not understand, because I can see myself. It looks like somebody else is sitting next to me. And I switched the TV off and on, and it kept on staying there for quite a while. Afterwards, I was quite freaked out about it, and it keeps on lingering in the back of your mind that there was something in your house or something you can't explain.
I have to say, I'm very used to seeing Americans and I want to say Mexicans. It's not the correct term, is it? Latinos, Latin folks show videos of paranormal activity, and maybe a few other countries, but majority of the videos I watch, and there's no mystery to that. I watch a lot of TikTok and the Americans are good at their content creation. But I'm actually stoked that South African folks are taking center stage and showing us their paranormal experiences. So thanks, Elaine, for finding this one. All right, speaking of ghosts, here's a ghost and a kitty. It's very soft. There isn't any music, but look at the... What is the kitty playing with? Oh, there's definitely something there. What do you see, kitty? Yeah. Isn't that cute? Right. For the next scene, I am on the fence about China. You'll see in the next two videos why. But when it comes down to the honesty the government has with its people regarding how they run things, I think they're a little bit more transparent than other governments, but that's just my opinion from what I saw now with this TikTok ban, etc. I'm not saying that communism is correct, but I just find it interesting that they live differently to us and still manage to be okay. It's just interesting. I'm really not saying anything. It is a little eye-opening what happened now recently with this TikTok ban. But take a look at the next two videos and tell me what you think.
No homeless people in China, because in China, even though you are very poor, like you're a very poor person, and even though that, your parents maybe have an old house inside the countryside. They have an old apartment inside the city somehow. And that house, that apartment, just paying zero tax to the government. We Chinese, we do not have property tax, housing tax. We also do not have a car tax. Like every year you need to renew a tag on your license in the United States, paying $250 something. No such thing. Once we own the car, we own the house, just no tax. We only pay tax when we buy it for one time. Okay, such like my apartment, $70,000. When I buy it, I only pay one time, 1% of the tax.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I hope I get to play this and not get struck. Get a strike for the music in the background. But I'm going to show this anyway. I think it's important. We've always had this very negative impression of how China is run. And this is quite an eye-opener, if it's true. Look, this is just a video on TikTok. Because everything's true on the internet. But it's worth paying attention to. Like I said, I'm on the fence, and here's why.
So what you're seeing in this video is a video of government officials in China in the act of cloud seeding, which is when they shoot silver iodide into the atmosphere, into clouds, because what it does is it forms ice crystals, which then melt and turn into rain. So they're doing this because they've been suffering from severe droughts all over China, especially along the Yangtze River, which is one of the biggest rivers that flows through China that's been drying up all over the place, which is going to impact, millions and millions and millions of human beings. So In an effort to combat this massive amount of drought that they've been suffering from for a while, they're trying to seed clouds. Now, cloud seeding has been something that's been in place around the world since like the 1940s, but recently China's got one of the biggest cloud seeding programs on the earth. According to China's State Council, the country is committed to bringing about 5.5 million square kilometers of its land under its weather modification program by 2025. And largely one of the biggest processes that they're going to be doing with that is cloud seeding. Now, cloud seeding is referred to as geoengineering, which is basically just saying like manipulating the earth. And currently there's no conventions or formal agreements that say you can't. So some people think this could be used militarily eventually. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Lots to consider here. Are the Chinese just once again finding a solution to a big problem? Or is this just another way of saying to the public, guess what, guys? We are in control of things that you never even imagined we could be in control of. Now, you know how advanced the Chinese are. If they're able to do this, what are they actually doing behind closed doors? I don't know. I just feel uncomfortable with us messing with the weather. It doesn't feel right.
Let's slow this down to take a closer look. That's an egg-shaped UAP suspended from a 150-foot long line. We're told the craft is about 20 feet long. The egg suspended in a cradle. And look how careful the pilot is as they bring their precious cargo into land.
Right, so for those of you that don't know what you're looking at, I want to say that's infrared, but it's green. Okay, that I'm not very clued up on. But the footage you're looking at is from a bird's eye view from underneath a helicopter. In my last episode, I spoke about this very hush-hush alien information that was supposed to come out, that did come out, and this was the footage that was being spoken about. The helicopter pilot flying this chopper, getting this information, or retrieving this paranormal vehicle, came out as a whistleblower of sorts. I don't know to what extent. I just know his credentials. He's high up in the ranks, a good chopper pilot. He's got a wonderful reputation. And for some reason, he's decided it's okay to come out now and show people this. I'm on the fence about whistleblowers. I just, knowing that he probably has a family, why would he come out with the stuff that could possibly get him hurt? It makes me wonder if the powers that be are allowing this to come out because they have other plans in mind, that they have an agenda, they want to scare us, they want us to be a united front against an unseen, unknown enemy so that we can be moved towards a one world order. I just find it very interesting that this guy's coming out now with this information and he's not worried about having himself and his family taken out. So this is what we do on this channel. We get curious and we ask these uncomfortable questions. When I ask a question, it doesn't mean that I necessarily believe that. I've had one or two folks comment. You're always going to get the trolls out there, but one or two folks have commented quite heatedly that they disagree. And here's the thing, guys. This is not a channel where everything I say is cast in stone or absolute truth. This is an area to discuss things and a safe space to do so. This is what you call debating. This is an area for debate. We can debate about these things, and by all means, you are absolutely welcome to do so at any time. But do so kindly and come in with an open mind, okay? Because getting old means you are less inclined to put up with BS. Have a look. For those of you that don't see the caption, there we go. Sneezing when you're over 40, be like. So yeah, if you're coming to give some commentary, be kind, okay? Some of us break our backs just sneezing. Okay, for the next 3 videos, there's footage of debris coming out of the sky. What is it? Is it a plane? Is it a rocket from SpaceX? Who knows? But the third video Might explain it.
What is that? What was that? Oh my God.
If I had to see something like that, I wouldn't be swearing. I'd probably be standing there in awe and thinking how pretty it is.
What is that?
Everybody's saying the same thing. WTF. Check the angle. The angle's different. This time it's more perpendicular to the earth.
There's no chance that was awesome.
What in the hell?
Okay, one moment. I just want to compare the two angles. Go back to this other one. Let's put the sound off. Check the angle. See how it's coming directly down? It's more of a 90-degree angle. Whereas this one, when the person walks out and has a better look, it's more of a perpendicular angle towards the surface of the earth. I'm not saying that I think it's anything. I'm just making an observation. All right, are you ready for the explanation? Or possible explanation. Here we go.
Am I the only person who's not really buying the story? Well, let me show you why. So let's start off with the fact that it was ship 33 that had the issue, apparently. Out of all ships, ship 33. In every single angle of the video we have, we see it going with the horizon and not going up and down vertically. All the vertical tapes were people holding their camera the opposite way, like you can see right here. But what if I told you we've been seeing this exact type situation every month for a few months now? Like, for instance, this was the one that happened about 1 month ago, and they deemed it not a meteor shower, and it happened when all the crazy stuff was happening in the northeast United States, if you get what I'm talking about. Further, do you remember this type of stuff always popping up in the sky? Well, after Starlink came out, they claimed that every single one of these was just Starlink, even though it started happening way before Starlink. All over the place. Then we have people coming out saying, oh, there's whole fleets of interdimensional creatures on the way to Earth. So, I mean, is this really ship 33 going straight with horizon? Oh, it's so fast and gravity will stay up. I doubt it. Plus, keeping the same color the entire time without dimming out. And by the way, did you know that spiritual things make humans act funny? At the same exact time, a few cars drove off the bridge. A few cars off the bridge in Washington, D.C. Again, same time. Not to mention having a full moon 4 days in a row. Look at this from the launch. Do you think that this would make it into space? It's layered up with aluminum foil.
I'm not saying it's true, but I have a good giggle when these things pop up. So, what do you think it is? Do you think it's SpaceX? Do you think one of their rockets just came through the atmosphere and, I don't know, detached itself a million times into small little particles, and that's what you're seeing? I don't know. There's a particular belt. I forget the name now. I keep wanting to say Van Halen, like the band. Is it? You can correct me. I forget the name, but you know what I'm talking about. It's a band that runs around the surface of the Earth, several thousand kilometers up. I don't know how far. And apparently the gravitational pull just doesn't allow certain things to exit our atmosphere in one piece. So, well, it goes in one piece and comes out many other pieces. So yeah, this is interesting. I'm curious what you guys think. Are you saying they're making something big out of nothing? Do you think there's something spiritual going on? Right. As you guys know me, I like to end off my shows with a kicker. And usually it's a kitty kind. Enjoy. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. If you made it to the end, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you'd like to see more of my content, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with others so that the channel can grow. Right, that's it for me. Hopefully I can still bring you some awesome content. I am still figuring out whether or not the TikTok algorithm, the new one bought by an American company, is worth even having a look at. So I'll be exploring other platforms if that's not the case. Right. Thanks so much. Lots of love. Take care, and I'll see you next time.